Thank you for visiting the Combs Waterkotte website and our Statutory Sex Crimes Lawyer in St. Louis's website page. We have created this audio version of our website page to help you protect your future, freedom, and reputation. If you have been charged with statutory sex crime in the state of Missouri, we can help you. Don't face the state and court system alone during your statutory sex crime charge. Contact one of our sexual abuse criminal defense lawyers today at 314-900. Help to protect your rights and future. Regardless of the crime, we believe everyone is entitled to the best possible legal defense in the state of Missouri. Combs Waterkotte is committed to handling all statutory sex criminal cases with care and understanding. We are not here to judge. We believe that everyone in Missouri, regardless of the crime they have been charged with, deserves an aggressive legal defense and to have their legal rights protected. With that being said, let's talk about being charged with a statutory sex crime in the state of Missouri. Statutory Sex Crimes Lawyer in St. Louis, protecting your rights. What are the statutory rape laws in St. Louis and Missouri? There are 2 degrees of statutory rape in Missouri law: first-degree statutory rape and attempt to commit, Section 566.032, Revised Statutes of Missouri. A person commits this offense if they have or attempt to have sexual intercourse with somebody who is younger than 14. The punishment for statutory rape in the first degree is 5 years to life in prison, unless the offense is an aggravated sexual offense, meaning the alleged victim was seriously harmed, a dangerous weapon or object was used to threaten them, there is more than one alleged offender, or the alleged offender was a family member, in which case the sentence is 10 years to life. The alleged victim is under the age of 12, in which case the sentence is 10 years to life. If the alleged offender is a persistent or predatory sexual offender, the sentence is life in prison without parole. Second-degree statutory rape, Section 566.034, Revised Statutes of Missouri. This offense involves someone 21 years old or over having sexual intercourse with someone who is younger than 17. It's a Class D felony, which carries with it up to 7 years in prison and/or a fine of up to $10,000. Statutory sodomy laws in Missouri. Missouri has 2 additional statutes for having deviant sexual intercourse with a minor: first-degree statutory sodomy and attempt to commit, Section 566.062, Revised Statutes of Missouri. This offense occurs when someone has or attempts to have deviant sexual intercourse with someone who is less than 14 years old. The punishment is a minimum of 5 years in prison, or up to life imprisonment. If it's an aggravated sexual assault, the minimum is 10 years, and if the alleged offender is a persistent or predatory sexual offender, the punishment is life in prison. Second-degree statutory sodomy and attempt to commit, Section 566.064, Revised Statutes of Missouri. A person can be charged with second-degree statutory sodomy if they are 21 years or older and have deviant sexual intercourse with someone under the age of 17. It is a Class D felony. How Combs Waterkotte defends statutory sex crimes in St. Louis, Missouri. There are many ways to defend against serious allegations like statutory rape or sodomy. The first is often to make sure law enforcement carried out an ethical investigation. We all have. Fourth Amendment rights against illegal and unreasonable search and seizure by law enforcement. Fifth Amendment rights to a grand jury, against double jeopardy, and against self-incrimination. Sixth Amendment rights to a lawyer, to a speedy jury trial, and to know who the accusers are and the nature of the charges and evidence. The right to be notified of our Miranda rights. Defenses for statutory sex crimes. You did not know and could not have been reasonably expected to know the true age of the victim. The alleged offense did not take place. Mistaken identity. Under Section 566.023, it is an affirmative defense if you were married to the alleged victim at the time of the alleged offense. A coerced confession. Missouri's Romeo and Juliet laws. Some states have laws, called Romeo and Juliet laws, that allow for exceptions when people are close in age. Missouri's Romeo and Juliet law allows that if the younger person is between the ages of 14 and 17, and the older partner is no more than 4 years older, consensual sex is not a crime for either party. This means that a 19-year-old cannot be held criminally liable for intercourse with a 15-year-old, as long as the 15-year-old is willing. It's important to note that once someone turns 21, the Romeo and Juliet exception no longer applies. A 21-year-old cannot legally have sexual intercourse with a 16-year-old in any circumstance, even if the couple was engaging in sexual activity before the older person turned 21. Missouri's age of consent. Statutory rape is when the alleged victim was too young to give their consent legally, whether or not they had sexual intercourse willingly. In Missouri, the age of consent is 17, meaning that in a court of law, anyone younger than 17 is incapable of giving consent, opening up someone who had sexual intercourse with them to potential statutory sex crime charges. Hire Combs Waterkotte's Street. Lewis, Missouri's Statutory Sex Crimes Defense Lawyers to defend your rights. Our team is empathetic, non-judgmental, and dedicated to helping good people who find themselves in bad situations. If you're facing allegations of statutory sex crimes or are already charged or under investigation, you are likely facing endless waves of fears, doubts, and emotions. Let Combs Waterkotte help calm the seas and keep your head above water. Call us today at 314-900-HELP to speak with a St. Louis statutory sex crimes lawyer, or contact us online and schedule a free, confidential, no-obligation case review.